The big political debate of the day was the deadlock over Manipur that continued inside Parliament. After chanting and sloganeering, both houses of Parliament saw repeated disruptions. The centre sought and was given time for a short discussion on Manipur in the Rajya Sabha, but the opposition continued to disrupt, insisting that the discussion take place under Rule 267. This rule has emerged as a thorny issue since it entails the suspension of all listed business and a discussion on Manipur alone. The centre now hit back with a fact check for the opposition. In fact, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said that there were members of opposition, in fact 11 MPs, who agreed for a short duration discussion. The time was fixed at 2 p.m, but only because the opposition wanted to politically corner the government, their crocodile tears were exposed and they continued to disrupt.
They're all people from the opposition who wanted it under 176. Now on that very 176 we have agreed and included all their names. विपक्ष अब तक जो मणिपुर के ऊपर crocodile tears shed कर रहे थे,
इतने सारे माननीय सदस्यों ने ये चर्चा मांगने के बाद 176 में एडमिट किया गया, उसकी आज तारीख तय करी गई क्योंकि विपक्ष रोज पार्लियामेंट को चलने नहीं दे रहे.
Even as the parliament remained deadlocked, the Supreme Court today lashed out at the state government for its delay in taking action in the viral video case where women paraded naked and one was gang raped. The court said that one cannot excuse sexual violence against women in Manipur on the ground that crimes are committed against them in other parts of the country. Let us now open this to debate. Joining us is Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson of the BJP, Dr. Riju Datta, Spokesperson of Trinamool Congress, Ravula Sridhar Reddy, Senior Leader of the BRS, and Lokesh Jindal of the Congress continues with us. Sanju Verma, today the Supreme Court did not take any note or did not find any substance in your argument that this is happening in West Bengal, this is happening in Chhattisgarh, this is happening in Rajasthan. They had 5 questions to ask of you. Why did you not make arrests? Why did you register FIRs 14 days late? And why was there involvement of the state in some of the crimes? Very serious censure of the behavior of the state.
Padmaja, there are 6 things that the Supreme Court has asked the Manipur government to come clean on. And, I think if you look at the statement by the Solicitor General, Tushar Mehta, and the Attorney General R. Venkatramani, they categorically said that they will ensure, if need be, that let there be a Supreme Court monitored probe so that there is no room for any obfuscation of any kind. The Supreme Court has asked us some things about the breakup of the 6,000 FIRs registered, how many zero FIRs have been made, how many people have been arrested so far, how many transferred to the jurisdiction of police station, status of legal aid to the arrested accused, and how many section 164 CRPC statements have been recorded so far. And I want to tell through your channel that BJP is not like the other parties which even challenge the bona fides of the Supreme Court when it does not suit their vested agenda or narrative. The Supreme Court has asked us some questions. The BJP stands for transparency and accountability.
Actually not. Let me quote to you what the Chief Justice said. The Chief Justice said, "We are surprised that even today the state of Manipur is not in possession of facts. State should give a healing touch and do everything possible to restore normalcy. Mere handing over the case to CBI may not suffice. We will issue guidelines." Today, nearly 3 months after violence started, the Chief Justice of India is saying the state doesn't even know the facts.
Padmaja, at the same time, the Supreme Court has also been apprised by the centre. Please understand that on behalf of the centre, it was Tushar Mehta, the Solicitor General, who was responding to pointed queries. And I repeat, we are not trying to shove things under the carpet, and the queries raised by the Supreme Court will be duly answered and accountability will be elicited from the N. Biren Singh government. And we have not said that we have not said that transfer the trial to Assam, because this was one of the issues that raised a lot of stink with Kapil Sibal saying that they deliberately want to transfer the trial from Manipur to Assam. We've said fast track the entire trial within 6 months, let it be a time bound trial. We've said hand it over to CBI so that it's impartial and bipartisan. And if the Supreme Court wants a Supreme Court monitored probe and an SIT monitored by the Supreme Court. So be that as
that is fine. But remember, this is happening 3 months later, and 3 months later, the Supreme Court of India is still compelled to make the following observations. What was the police doing from the 4th to 18th May? 2 women were raped and paraded naked. Even a 0 FIR. It took 14 days to register the FIR. Why this delay? Why do we have to wait for a video to go viral to lodge an FIR? The local police did not even know that such an incident has taken place. The Chief Justice of India is compelled to make all of these comments. Mr. Reddy, respond. Sanju Verma is saying we are all about transparency and accountability will be sought.
Hello. See, the Supreme Court made very serious observations even after 3 months, more than 90 days has happened, and who is supposed to take the responsibility of these incidents and who is responsible for this. And Supreme Court seriously questioned whom should we make accountable. How many FIR are registered? Why should there be a video gets viral? Why the state government is waiting to register the cases? So that seriously made it clear that the state government and equally the central government should take the responsibility which they are not taking, and still they are trying to do some blame game on this. And at times the union ministers say very casually that is the state's responsibility to control the law and order. Then they say we have taken the control on the law and order. Now they say different versions. Now at least they accepted for a debate. But even before that, even till date, the Honorable Prime Minister of the country has not made any statement in the Parliament. He spoke for 35 seconds only on the entire issue. What is the problem for the Prime Minister to respond on the issue? More than 150 people have died. More than 17 people have missed. There are missing cases. The situation has not come to normalcy.
Okay, you're talking about the response today in Parliament. Riju Datta, let me bring you in. Nirmala Sitharaman said that what you demanding is not accountability but a blame game. The 11 names that she read out were of A.D. Singh of the RJD, John Brittis of the CPIM, Javed Ali Khan, Samajwadi Party, Professor Manoj Jha, RJD, Dr. Fauzia Khan, NCP, and 3 more of the Congress, 3 more of the CPIM. They all agreed, according to her, to a short duration discussion. But when the time came at 2 p.m., opposition benches ran away. Crocodile tears, she says.
Now, let me be very honest now and give me a little courtesy of time. I quote verbatim the Honorable Chief Justice of India. We are dealing with something on unprecedented magnitude of violence against women in communal and sectarian violence. Tell me, it cannot be gainsaid that crimes are happening against women in Bengal also, but here the case is different. Tell me what is the suggestion from you in Manipur case. We cannot justify what happened in Manipur by saying that this has happened elsewhere. So the whataboutery narrative is shattered. Now, let me go by the history. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru attended the parliament when there was a crisis. Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji attended the parliament when Kashmir was burning. Rajiv Gandhi attended the parliament during when he was alleged for the Beaufort scam. Why is Narendra Modi cannot find time to attend the parliament? He's happily flying drones, attending Jai Ho dance festivals. Why cannot he come to the parliament?
Respond, Sanju Verma.
Honorable Smriti Irani, the child and the women welfare minister. Let me finish, please. Let me finish.
Okay, let Riju Datta 30 more seconds. No, Sanju Verma, you had your say. These are his opening comments. Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Now, Smriti Irani, you have a very strong library in Times. Now, when she was asking for votes, campaigning in Manipur, she was dancing with the locals. Did she visit Manipur even once? And why is Mr. Narendra Modi not coming to the parliament? If he wants, we will arrange for a teleprompter. Let me see his bravado.
Okay, respond, Sanju Verma. Respond, Sanju Verma. And quoting from the Chief Justice, no whataboutery. Sanju Verma.
First and foremost, Riju Datta is so shameless. He says that we will arrange a teleprompter for the Prime Minister. First, you arrange a teleprompter for your incompetent Chief Minister, who even after the Kolkata High Court and Supreme Court told her that the license to hold force is not a license to violence, sets up Changasi in Bengal. And today, when the government was ready for a discussion on the floor of the House, the entire opposition scoot and scurry away. That is the policy that they've been following. This entire narrative about Rule 176 versus Rule 267 is just a hogwash because you do not want a discussion on the floor of the parliament. You did that during demonetization. You did that during the Ram Janmabhoomi judgment. You did that during Pegasus. You did that during farm protests. You did that during fuel price hike.
Okay.
And Riju Datta, your Mamata Banerjee said sab changa si during Hamsa Khali. That case was handed over to CBI. So shut up and stop using abusive language for the Prime Minister.
Okay, quick response, Riju Datta, and then I want to bring in the Congress.
Can I come in now?
Yes.
Yes. We will not deal with the minions of Mr. Narendra Modi. We do not want a 2-hour discussion. We want a full discussion under an emergency rule. And talking about the parliament in 2021, when Narendra Modi spent 4 hours a day in Bengal, he spent only 4 hours in the entire parliament. The Prime Minister needs to attend the parliament. Enough of his tamashas.
But sir, how do you respond? How do you respond to the charge that there were members of the opposition who agreed to a short duration debate? Why did you back out at the last moment? 2 p.m. when Mr. Dhankar, he convened the Rajya Sabha, he said, let us start the discussion. Why did everyone continue to heckle and then walk out?
Exactly. Shoot and scoot. That is the politics these people
Because
follow.
from day one, forget today 2 p.m. is washed away. Today 2 p.m. is washed away. Tomorrow 11 a.m. I am saying on times now. 11 a.m. let the Honorable Prime Minister choose his house, Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, and come to the parliament.
But that still doesn't answer the question. Let me bring in Lokesh Jindal, because members of your party, to be fair to Riju Datta and Mr. Reddy, their party members did not agree to it. However, Lokesh Jindal, your party members of the Congress, Phulo Devi Netam, GC Chandrasekhar, Ranjita Ranjan, all of them agreed to have a short duration discussion. Why did your party change its mind at the last moment? Why did Mr. Kharge change his mind?
Padmaja, when Mr. Kharge rose up to speak on this issue on the 0 hour, why did the BJP not allow him to speak? Why did they start heckling? The point is, whenever Mr. Kharge rises up to raise the issue, the BJP starts heckling, and BJP wants everything their way. It is a pity. I mean, it is so shameful that today Sanju Verma is comparing Manipur violence to demonetization and other trivial issues. Madam, do you realize what is happening in Manipur? You want that discussion to be brought under Rule 176? Why don't you understand? More than 100 people have killed, more than 50,000 have been displaced. Your government is caught clueless about what to do.
Okay.
Your government is a party to the violence. The Supreme Court is telling you what to do. The entire world is watching us, the way we have failed as a state.
Okay, Sanju Verma, actually, Lokesh Jindal, what he is saying is a very specific example given by the Congress. They are saying we were okay to have a discussion, but extraordinary happening in Rajya Sabha this afternoon. Leader of the opposition, Mallikarjun Kharge, is given permission to speak by chair. He tries to speak. All BJP MPs are instigated to prevent him from speaking. He tries, but his house is drowned out in the din created by the treasury benches. The house gets adjourned. Very specific allegation by Jairam Ramesh saying, first you said discussion karte hain. Then Mr. Kharge stood up to talk. Then all of you heckled him and made him shut up. This is bullying inside parliament.
No, Padmaja, since Jairam Ramesh is always very adept and proficient at giving names, since this has now become a heated debate, I want to call out the hypocrisy of the opposition. We are saying we are ready for a discussion on the floor of the House. I want to ask Jairam Ramesh through your show, tell us who are the BJP MPs from the treasury benches who did not allow a discussion to be had or who heckled Mallikarjun Kharge when he was making a statement. The problem is the entire opposition.
Who are these MPs? Lokesh Jindal, do you know their names?
Kharge.
Sanju Verma is contradicting. She's saying nobody heckled Mr. Kharge.
She is not aware what is happening. You know, when Mr. Kharge was allowed, he was given a time in the 0 hour. The BJP did not allow him to even talk. There was complete pandemonium in the Rajya Sabha. Please update what has happened in Rajya Sabha today.
Mr. Reddy, it's a case of he said, she said. Who do you think are these BJP MPs? Do you think that the BJP is actually playing good cop, bad cop, offering and, giving an offer to debate and then heckling opposition MPs? And if yes, who are these MPs? Why isn't Team India naming these BJP MPs?
If they, I mean, No. If the central government, if the government wanted to have a discussion, why they have made so much of delay? We have been asking from the day one. Even today, the same situation is prevailing in the parliament. So, before questioning the opposition, what have you done for the past 90 days? And what was happening from the day one of the parliament session? And one session disrupted for various reasons. Now you are trying to call the names, Congress MPs, BJP MPs. That's not the case. And today the country is witnessing one thing is very clear. The union government and the state government failed.
Okay.
They didn't want to answer. Prime Minister did not make a statement.
Well, answers will have to be given because this time the questions are being asked not politically but by the Chief Justice of India in the Supreme Court of India. Pointed questions have been asked and answers have to be given. We'll keep a close eye on what happens. Completely out of time. Thanks, gentlemen, and Sanju Verma for joining me.